Hi everyone, welcome to the Wellwood Homes Master Builder YouTube channel. I'm Trevor and this is Andrew Wellwood, the founder of Wellwood Homes Master Builder, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about the company, and today's topic is a little bit more about the history of Andrew and how we got started. So Andrew, just getting started with this first question, where did you grow up, sir?
I grew up in Edmonton.
All right.
Yeah.
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
And what part of town? Were you town kid? Or?
I was south side. South side Edmonton, yeah.
All right, excellent. Now, where did you happen to go to school?
Strathcona Composite High School.
Strathcona Comp.
Yeah,
Now,
Scona to some people, yeah.
Excellent, all right. So not too far from where we are now.
Yeah, no, just down the street. Yeah, no, I grew up south side and just off White Ave for high school and mostly just off White Ave for after high school, and yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Now, tell us a little bit about your first job. What was your very first job?
My very first job was working in a greenhouse, Virginia Park Greenhouses. Mm-hmm. It was Ellerslie Road and 111th Street, and I used to walk there down the gravel road that led there because there was no Henday, and I could walk there and not pass an entire vehicle. Yeah, the entire time. And now it is a Tim Hortons, an Esso gas station, and there's a big condo complex there. So that was my first job, was working in that greenhouse.
Wow, and what'd you do in that greenhouse? What were some of the things they had you doing?
Move plants, clean up the dead, yeah.
Water plants.
Yeah, it was a glory job. Yeah.
Excellent, everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah. All
right, so then how did you get into building?
I don't know. I did it as a child. If I had free time, which I had lots of free time as a child, I have none now, but I would build stuff. I would build a treehouse, I'd build a fort, I'd build a go-kart, I'd build whatever I could build with whatever I could get my hands on. So I think it was pretty easy to transfer into construction when I realized that I could get a job building and they'd pay me. So I'm like, oh, this is great.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working in the construction trade?
Off and on, I'd say for 20 some years.
Oh, yes. Long you don't even remember.
Yeah, well, I got my first framing job at 16, and that was an interesting one. And then, did university for a bit and some other small jobs for a bit, and then back to framing, and then into construction.
Excellent. Now, why are you so passionate about building and what you do?
I take a lot of pride in what I do. Okay. I take a lot of pride in the process, in the results at the end. So I think it just comes natural to be passionate in it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to put my effort in. So
yeah. So it's all about having that excellent finished product when you're
and that's the wonderful thing with building, is at the end of the day or the end of the job, you've got something you can stand back and look at and take a lot of pride in and say, yeah, I built that. So.
Yeah, that is a really good feeling.
Yeah.
Now, next question is, what made you decide to branch out and become a business owner?
I've always done that. I've always been out on my own doing stuff, like whether it was when I built go-karts, I used to sell rides in the go-karts that I built, and then some other businesses in elementary that brought in some extra cash and stuff like that. So I think it was just a natural thing, and it didn't take me long to pick up construction just because of my doing it throughout my entire childhood. Right. That I could see who I was working for and just see how it could be done better. And I didn't have the political correctness to approach my employers in a way that would open them up to seeing the way I wanted to do it. So I ended up going out on my own. Was just the natural way to do it.
Gotcha. So another entrepreneur who's stubborn and never wants to take direction from another human being as long as they live.
Yeah, that hits it right on. And if only I could say I was stubborn in business, and that was the only part, but that's not the truth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, why did you decide to start a business like Wellwood Master Build?
It's what my entire background's on. It's what my industry is in. I've made a lot of connections in the building industry, so that it was just an easy way to start. It's what my knowledge, my education,
Yeah.
it's what everything I have done in my life is in. So it was just a really natural field to step into.
Perfect. Now, what is the most difficult or challenging part of the master builder side of things?
Of the master builder side of things. Yeah. The most difficult part for home building, I would say, is managing the trades. Yeah.
Okay. So managing other construction trades coming in and trying to schedule them, kind of like herding cats.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes you get absolute amazing trades. Sometimes that just you just work so well with. The challenge with my side of the business is I work really closely with the customer.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times the customer will bring in their own trades, some of their own trades, and that's where the challenge is. The trades I work with are absolutely amazing. I work really well with them. Yeah. But if I'm framing, or if we're building a house for John and John's cousin's an electrician, then sometimes it's a challenge to work with them and schedule them. So
yeah, it's better to work with people you know, like, and trust, as opposed to a stranger who you don't know and have never worked with before.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So what is the most rewarding part of your business? That's a tough one. I would say it's between two things. One, 100% on the selfish side is when I get to see the house complete and I can step back and I can say, yeah, it's done. It's absolutely amazing. We've been plugging away on this for months and it's a complete package. It went from nothing to a gorgeous house. And then the other one is the homeowner's response. When we've built a custom home for them and they're going through and they're just absolutely loving it. So yeah,
it's a toss-up between those two.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
All right. So Andrew, where do you see yourself and Wellwood Homes in 5 years?
Doing very similar to what we're doing now, just a little bit larger scale on volume, with a little bit better known name. But yeah, right now, in 5 years, I'd like to be doing something very similar. I'd like to be managing projects for homeowners. We don't see ourselves going into the show home spec building business. Yeah. That's not in our cards at the moment. We like working for individual customers and building custom homes for them. So
excellent.
So that's where we see ourselves in 5 years. Who knows? We might try a couple specs, but they're a different market.
They are completely different than a custom build. Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your personal story and how you got started with Wellwood Homes Master Builder. That's it for us today. And if you guys like this, please subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more coming. Thanks.